What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 10 of the Corner Store. I'm here with the good fellas, as usual. I got Eric,
Know
got
what
my
it
man
is?
Phil, I got Rob, and thank you guys for joining us today. Hope everybody's been safe during this quarantine pandemic. Other than that, fellas, how you feeling, man? How was your guys' week? I don't talk to y'all for shit during the week, man. I really don't even know what's going on.
Everybody
Man.
going underground all week.
Yeah, man,
Ooh,
sure.
I see that.
I went back to work, man. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to work. You was off?
Yeah, they gave us we doing this 80 hours thing. They got us doing that, like take 80 hours, but you only get 2/3 your pay. But you know, it's just like some get off the street type shit. So I just did.
What you mean 80 hours? What you mean that? What
That
you
mean
mean take 80 hours?
for 2
2
weeks
weeks. 2 weeks.
of work.
Oh, you work 2 weeks and then you
No,
off
you
2
off
weeks?
for 2 weeks. It's like been on vacation for 2 weeks. But it's like the union gave it to us once the shit had came out.
Oh, okay.
We're not getting no hazardous pay yet. We're not getting none of that shit. It's still just, you know what I'm saying, business as usual.
Oh, okay.
But shit, outside of that, man, just shit, working and coming home and laying low. Ain't nothing to do. Shit.
Yeah. They slowly trying to open things back up, man. But people just out here reckless, man. I went to the grocery store today, and you be surprised how many people walking there without no mask on. You know.
Now, they ain't supposed to be
Right
letting
back around.
nobody in the grocery store without a mask on.
A lot of stores
That's
are requiring right
I
now.
went to the store. I went to Walmart, and this guy, he's with his mom. He was in the fruit department. He was in the store, and then somebody came up to him from Walmart and asked him to put his mask on. So he had already walked. There wasn't nobody at the door, so obviously no one saw him. But either way, man, people just not respecting. That's the thing we need to talk about too. Like, what is really the new normal after this situation? Because clearly, if people sneeze or cough, everybody gonna be looking at them funny.
Yeah, people ain't gonna
No.
say bless you no more, at least for the next few years.
You know, so what's the new normal? Like, if somebody sneezes, do you like what, push them away? Do you shake people's hands now? Or do you just give them the fist pump or the elbow
I
bump?
actually do like the elbow bump. That's
The
what I do.
elbow.
Yeah.
Elbow.
You know,
Yeah, just stay the fuck away from me. I don't need to shake nobody's hand. I don't need a fist bump, an elbow, nothing.
Yeah.
Just a
yeah.
nod. Just a
Yeah.
nod.
Man,
Yeah.
it's black people rules right now. Just if you get acknowledged at all, it's just gonna be that's
Right.
it.
But that's the new norm, man. Like, that's gonna be the new norm. Like, this, and the thing is, it's not like it's gonna go away. It's just something we gonna live with for now, but we just gotta find out how to adapt to it. It'll be like the flu.
Yeah.
But it's just how to adapt to this shit, man.
you just, I guess, you just conscious of it now. You know. So,
Yeah.
You know, before, you know, people might not, even though being sanitized was like always a big deal. But I think now people are just realizing there's a lot of dirty people out there, for one. A lot of people don't wash hands. People don't do a lot of shit they should be doing. So if we can get past those people, man, I think we'll be all right. You know, because I can't take it no more, man. I go to the grocery store, you got to stand in line down the block. You get inside the grocery store, man, and you go to Harold's on 87th Street. You got to stand outside with the homeless folks. You know,
I saw
get
that,
your,
man.
Get your chicken. You know, I can't take it no more, man.
They got the thing outside so long.
Can't you just order pickup at Harold's, man? What are you still waiting in line for, man? Why don't you just order pickup?
You gotta wait in line to pick up your pickup.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So I mean,
fuck that. I don't want
only
that.
one person, if only two people gonna be inside the store at a time, and I'm pretty sure all you guys have been on 87, at least one. It ain't the biggest spot. So
It's not the cleanest. It's not the cleanest spot either.
Actually, one is that's actually
That's the
kind of what
best
it is.
one.
One of the biggest ones on 87. You talking about the expressway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a dining
inside.
room in there, man. They got an ATM
I mean-
machine in there.
I mean, okay, the way it's set up, yeah, but the one on 103rd could be considered a little bigger, 103rd and Austin. That's what I'm saying.
No, I've never been to that one.
But what I was saying is, like, they pretty much cut off the dining room area.
Oh,
so
okay.
It ain't that much space if you have food in there. You know
okay.
What I mean?
Okay.
So
all right.
It's just. I hope that's not the new normal. Like, you got to stand in line. You only can have 10 people in the store at a time. I can't do it, man. It's crazy. You know.
So you would rather be packed into the store with a bunch of smelly, funky, drunk, pissy people from 87th Street?
I think it should be legal. I think you should wear a mask from this point on when you go public places.
Of course.
And I think that might eliminate a lot of it. You know, as far as the hand thing, you know, sanitize. It should be hand sanitizer out of all the registers. So as soon as you pull up, you just boom, boom, boom. You know, something. You know, I think that's a new normal at the end of the day.
I just think
more cautious.
I just think this got the potential to just be even worse. To be honest with you, like knowing how futile Black people can be in our community. Somebody cough, all of a sudden it's a big fucking deal. People want to fight. I just see all the stupidity happening. I don't know, man. I think they need to. I don't know. We need to start really thinking about how we gonna approach these types of situations, because you people getting fights over ketchup falling on the floor. Now you talking about people in a restaurant with masks on. Somebody gonna come in there and don't want to put a mask on. You know that's gonna cause a whole big uproar. Then all it's gonna take is somebody to cough on somebody, and it's a whole brawl in a restaurant. Like,
speaking of that, did you
Harold need a drive-through window? That's the problem.
But that's the new norm.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you guys see that fight that happened in Red Lobster?
No, I heard about it though.
During Mother's Day, they had about 100 people, and they had about at least 50 people in that restaurant waiting on plates, waiting on food.
Also, it was just all pickup, right?
Yeah, it was all pickup.
Okay.
But I know obviously it's Mother's Day, so everybody in the mama
people ain't trying to cook, right?
Food. Right. So man, they have people all inside, and some lady got into it with the manager. They had to kick her out. You know, it's just all of this has made, like you said, have made people more stir crazy, I guess. You know what I mean? The tempers are short. You know, they cook the fight, you know, because we all bring inconvenience. We get it, but fighting somebody's not going to eliminate the problem at this point. But it happens, you know.
Yeah, I'm not all that fond of going back to restaurants or any of that. You know, it ain't no thrill to me right now. I ain't even thinking. This is the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you. I ain't ate no fast food other than Burger King, or if it got to have a drive-through if I'm gonna eat it. But yeah, I just, especially in our community. I mean, obviously it's gonna be a little different when you go to upscale places, but you're gonna expect better anyway when you go to upscale places, but. As far as all this fast food, going in a restaurant, getting Chinese food dead forever. I don't think nobody get Chinese food for a while. I feel for their businesses in general.
I just put my own rock there. I think it's over.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough it's gonna be rough for the chop suey joints. But yeah, man, I can't see myself going to no place like Harold's right now.
I mean, it's a luxury just to kind of just order takeout at this point. I mean, everybody should be cooking their own foods at home. As much as possible, stay at home. You got to self-police, self-accountability. That's the only way that this whole pandemic is going to slow itself down if we do our part.
Yeah. On the bigger picture, though, man, to be honest with you, I think something worse coming.
I hope not, but I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I truly do hope not. But usually, when you put all your eggs in one basket, you know what I'm saying, basically trusting the nation to do what the nation should do to stop it.
But you can't trust the nation, so
you can't trust the nation.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Dude, like Nelly said though, man, this dude, he say wearing a mask is the new norm. And it sounds crazy as hell, but it's the truth. Like niggas got designer masks now just to go out with it. Because
yeah, that's
our outfit, G. Like now, Nigga, I'm gonna get this outfit, this jeans, the shirt. Wait till you see the mask to go with this motherfucker.
I've been seeing some creative masks out there lately, though.
Hey, my post office mask cold as hell. But man, G is like this shit, y'all. Like, do y'all like? I was in the store too. I like said we always try to go shopping on Sunday in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and like they make that announcement in the fucking store. Like, make sure you stay 6 feet away. Jules will appreciate you. This and this, and it's like you watching a fucking movie like in the future where something fucked up done happen and everybody, you know,
Right.
It's like when you look around, y'all, this shit, like this shit is crazy as fuck, and this nigga still dying out here.
Yeah,
You know what
the
I'm
regular niggas that's dying.
Right, it's like people still just dying. I'm like, gee, this shit. Every time I talk about it, I just get more depressed and look like and think like Phil. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this probably ain't even the worst of it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as it being like the new normal, I mean, to me, yes, it's gonna be like this for maybe like the next couple of years. But as long as they were like working on a vaccine that's gonna be tested, it's gonna be effective, then that's when most of this hysteria is just gonna kind of like die down a little bit. But people should do their due diligence and wearing masks, constantly using hand sanitizer, washing their hands like constantly, like around the clock.
Yeah. Well, tell them niggas outside that shit. They ain't trying to head. They ain't hearing none of that. I mean, right around the corner from me, I go outside. It's still 20, 30 niggas out there on the corner. Police ain't stopping them. They ain't doing
Over
nothing.
there on Exchange.
Yeah, on 75th and Coles.
You know what? Just a couple weeks ago, there was a story that I read where like a Family Dollar, or it was like Dollar Tree or something like that, but there was a security guard that told some girl that she needs to wear a mask in order to walk into the store. I guess like her mom or something got offended by it, and she sent some goons to like kill that security guard.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm talking about. That's the new norm. I mean, imagine if we get to a point where we start having large, medium-sized social events. What's that gonna look like? Going to the club. So that's got to change altogether, because the club
don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But when they start allowing people to have barbecues, to really, not that people are gonna stop, but when they really start allowing people to have social gatherings like that, you already had to worry about somebody coming to your event and throwing a wrench in your shit. Now you got to worry about people coming in there, don't want to wear a mask, don't want to, respect your house rules.
Oh, yeah.
So,
is there like a limit here as far as like a social gathering, like within like a house or something?
10. I think it's 10 right now. You're supposed to be in contact with more than 10.
10. Okay.
But that's happening. That's too easy to meet. 10 people? Yeah, that's too easy to meet. Right. Especially if they having parties on the west side with 1,000 people in the basement.
Hey, dude, they said that was West Side Day or something. The last one they showed, when all the niggas was out west, they said that was called West Side Day or some shit.
It was like an alderman that actually interviewed that guy who actually threw the party, and according to him, he said it wasn't 1,000 people there. It was probably like maybe 100 people, but it wasn't 1,000.
Yeah. Not the one with you talking about the one with the FaceTime with that girl. No, it was a party after that out west when they was
in the streets, right?
Yeah.
In the street. Some dude was taping it.
Right.
That's I seen. Some dude was IG Live. Yeah. It was a lot of them out there, man. It was a lot of them out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's at the point where you got groups of people across the nation. You got some people that just say, you know what, let's just all contract it and get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? You got people who don't want to come outside, who want us to stay in quarantine, who want to follow all the rules. You got people who still don't believe it's real. You got people who still think it's 5G. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous, man. It really is ridiculous. And it's going to be impossible to really get a good hold on it, especially if they open the states back up already. All it's going to take is somebody from Illinois to go to Indiana, or Indiana vice versa, and start the shit all the way back up again. Yeah. So
I think Texas. I think at this point, I mean, you can't stay in the house forever. So I think at this point we're gonna have to open back up and then just see what happens.
Yeah, that's
what happens going forward, and adjust. You're gonna have to adjust to I guess the new normal, like, and we just go from there. You can't stay in the house forever. So people do need to work. So I mean, I guess we got to just grin and bear it and hope people don't die. You know.
On the flip side, you know, we might have Social Security when we get old again.
So what? That's your silver lining and all this?
We might have Social Security now. Nah, because we gave what, $1 trillion, and now they about to push another $1 trillion out to get all of the essential workers, the frontline workers, a hazard pay. I don't think nurses and doctors should get hazard pay. I think that's stupid.
That's their job, you saying?
Exactly. So if they're exposed to corona and all of a sudden now it's a hazard. It wasn't a hazard when they was exposed to Ebola virus.
Like flu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why they get extra money? I don't,
Damn.
You know they was paying nurses to go and work at McCormick Place. You know how much they was paying them an hour?
How much?
$150 an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. 150 and putting them up in the hotel. They wasn't even going home for weeks at a time.
Oh, so they were like quarantined at the hotel?
Well, yeah. When they set up that the whole nursing station or the medical situation.
They was probably getting per diem also.
Yeah, they was getting put up in the hotel, fed, everything.
Wow.
But they closed that.
That's a sweet deal.
But they closed. They closed.
That's why they closed.
They probably did close because of that. But they had that many patients. They really needed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they did not. They was being overzealous, but I assure you, people got that money though.
Oh, I'm pretty sure people got that money.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who was paying that though? Was it the
state?
The state was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The state was paying it. I mean, it was obviously it's federally funded money, but
Oh yeah.
it came through the Fed to the state.
Okay.
And now they talking about pushing out another stimulus and giving those people hazard pay. What about the people who work making $10 an hour that's out here serving hamburgers? They can't even get minimum wage, but you want to pay somebody who already making $40 an hour extra money.
But they on the front line, man.
If you work in a restaurant, you're on the front line too.
No, but they're not dealing with like actual patients. They're just
What do you think those patients come from before they go to the hospital? I mean, let's be real. If you work customer facing right now, you are essentially in the same harm's way as anybody else.
a
grocery store.
Like a grocery store is not the front line. The front
grocery
line
store is way worse than the front line. You got nothing.
No, because you guessing out there. You guessing out there, Jules, nigga. When they come in that hospital, that's it, nigga. That is the front line.
No, but see, that's the thing. You got all these people out here. First of all, they testing equipment has already been proven to only be about 40% accurate. So that means they letting 40 or 50% of the people out the door after being tested, thinking that they not positive. So all these people was out here going in Jules with you coming in contact with all these young kids, because it ain't nothing but young, dumb kids working in Jules, and them dumb young kids having parties, and they going to their grandparents' houses. They ain't got no money, and they infecting their families. Dude, how is that not the front? That's the worst cesspool situation.
Phil,
everybody got to go to the grocery store. Everybody.
The front line is considered, if you like a hospital, like essential worker, that's the front line. You're actually dealing with
I understand that, but logic speaks. Front line is people who come into contact the most with the virus.
They do.
Line. Who?
Right. The hospitals.
Listen, we know that once they got the testing equipment, we saw how quickly the numbers rose, right? Because all these people was out here infected and didn't know it, right?
Right.
Okay, so every week when people was going grocery shopping, those people were going grocery shopping, right or wrong.
Okay.
Right.
So when they go grocery shopping, who are they in contact with? If you go to the doctor, A doctor has a stream of patients coming in, 1 by 1, 10 by 10. You go to the grocery store, it's 150 people in the grocery store at any given time, all day long, that's constantly in contact with people. It's way different. Exposure is way higher.
But Phil, let me explain something to you too, though. When you go to the hospital, which is considered the front line, right? You can't even, the patient's family can't even enter the hospital.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so basically, the only people and when I mean front line, meaning, okay, if you're the nurse of this patient, you like holding hands, you taking blood, you actually physically touching people. Okay, as far as the grocery store goes, sure, there may be 50 people in the grocery store, but they have a mask. Place where a mask, you have to be 6 feet apart. And let me finish. And every time somebody brings a cart in and out, I see them do it. They sanitize the carts. So if you practice social distancing in the store, the odds of you getting is a little less than if you was in the hospital with this nurse and doctor who's right on top of you trying to figure out what's going on with you.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's assume everybody's following procedures, right? Everybody's doing the same thing, right?
You can't social distance in the hospital, Phil.
Okay, first of all, that's wrong because you just said they only letting one person in at a time. They're not letting in multiple visitors. So pretty much the only people coming in there is people that's sick.
None.
It's thousands of niggas that's sick, nigga.
Okay, thousands of niggas that's sick, right? How many people going in the grocery store sick don't know it?
But the grocery store
How many people punching in a PIN code every time they make a purchase?
But that's why you use hand sanitizer. That's why you wash your hands.
Come on, dude.
You use gloves.
Okay,
right.
Okay.
Use sanitizer. You don't touch your face.
So
you
being that we're talking about a grocery store in the hood where we was just talking about people arguing about not wanting to wear masks. How protected are these people? Are you going into the grocery store? So y'all tell me y'all don't feel the possibility of getting sick going in the grocery store is a high risk?
I mean, every time you leave your house is always a risk, but as far as me,
what I'm saying. This is my thing. When you go into the hospital, you are set into a list of protocols. You're in the hospital. You can't get up and move around like you want to. You're dedicated. You have dedicated people working on you who know to wear masks and gloves, right?
Okay, Phil.
Right,
as far
around,
as me,
right around.
No, listen. All right.
So you're trying to tell me a nurse and a kid at Jules are on the same level of responsibility? Who's more responsible as a person, generally speaking? A nurse?
The nurse.
Okay, so irresponsible people working in Jules are what you are saying are not creating a greater risk. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, everybody who's
Let's do a numbers game.
Everybody who's working at the store are wearing masks and wearing gloves.
People is not wearing gloves. People not wearing gloves. Come on, they're not.
They're supposed to.
But no, gloves is not part of the rule, social distance rule. It's just a mask.
Okay,
you're not requiring gloves.
Okay, all right. If you're not wearing gloves, then yes, you're supposed to sanitize and wash your hands as much as possible. Just don't touch your face.
Okay.
Try not to touch your clothes.
So when you go into the hospital, you're gonna come into the hospital, right? You're going to see a triage nurse, right? You're going to sit there. They're going to set you up. Where's all this exposure coming from to the disease? Help me out.
E, why they arguing? I need one of those vapes, man.
Man, you wrong with your vape. Y'all wrong on this, bro. Y'all wrong on it.
See, Phil, when I go to the store.
I'm going to say this. Hold on. Let me cut you off. I'm going to say this here. I'll be quiet. There's risk, as Rob says, anything you leave the house. But it's certain risks that you have to take in order to survive. We have to eat.
I agree. I don't disagree.
We have to work. I mean, I constantly go into a workplace every day that's not 100% clean. Also, people that's in my workspace, I would say a good 4 or 5 of them still don't wear masks. So I think you have to give people a choice to what you consider a risk or essential, but everybody's taking a risk. There's levels to it. Obviously, the doctors, the cops, you can't social distance being a cop. If somebody needs to be arrested, guess what? You got to grab them. You got to put the handcuffs on.
I get that.
So there are levels to it, and I think that's what we're trying to explain to you. It's not that.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. I understand that. I perfectly understand that they're exposed to. I don't think they have a greater exposure to the virus. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't. That because they're trained to protect themselves. You're not trained to protect yourself. Little Kiki and them that work at Jules, they ain't trained to protect themselves. They don't even know how to clean and wash and bathe their ass. You're telling me that these kids who sit in line for 8 hours and had grandmas and uncles and aunties come through there all day long, and only half of them know if they might be infected with the virus, are not constantly being exposed to, hey, y'all, what's going on, and blah, 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 and touching the keyboards and picking up bags and pushing carts and touching the clothes and the boxes. And how are y'all not seeing that?
Phil, if you say it that way, then just don't go to the grocery store.
I'm not saying I'm not going to go. I'm just saying
don't go.
These kids that's only making $10 an hour are not going to benefit from this stimulus package.
Okay.
I don't get none of that. They
Phil,
being overlooked is what I'm saying.
Feeling is bad today. So we ain't winning this conversation.
Y'all can't. Numbers don't lie, man. Numbers just don't lie. Statistically,
the numbers are coming from the fucking hospital.
Look, first of all, y'all do know that because hospitals are getting money from the federal government, they're gonna say that everybody got coronavirus, right?
I totally get that. Yeah, I get that. Okay,
so more than likely, whether you go in there with a foot fungus, you gonna come out with coronavirus. They're gonna lie about it just because the federal government giving the hospitals money. The more corona patients they deal with, the more funding they're gonna get. So you gotta understand that's a fact.
I'm done with it. I'm not about to talk about this for 40 minutes. I'm done.
All right, well, we got 10 more minutes.
Okay. Listen, fellas, there was a couple things I want to talk about in the future. We'll talk offline about it. But Mother's Day just passed up. And coronavirus or not, people are still out there trying to sell their teddy bears, sell their flowers. And Mother's Day have always been a big conglomerate when it comes to
it's one of the biggest holidays.
Mm-hmm. It brings me back to Father's Day, which is coming up. I noticed that Father's Day don't give. I think Father's Day to me is a lost holiday and altogether because I don't think people really put in the work. I don't think people appreciate that the way they should. But then they got me thinking deeply, and I'm gonna stop so I can read y'all comments. We talk about it at a later date. Do you think men as a whole are we the reason why Father's Day is not what it should be? Meaning, we got families out here that guys probably don't take care of. We got guys out here who got 10 baby mamas who ain't around. We got guys in jail, leaving them on to be the main parent. Do you think the reason Father's Day is not appreciated is because of men, black men specifically? Go ahead, E. What do you think?
Yeah, because we not around. I mean, shit, y'all gonna keep me honest. Like, a lot of us not around, or you know how they say mothers, baby, fathers, maybe. No matter what, that child gonna always be with her mother, his or her mother. No matter what, you can be there. You can be there your whole life. That's still them your kids, but they love their mom. That's what it is. And if you put that, if she already won, if you there, nigga, most of us ain't around. So no, you're not gonna get that credit. The ones that do get the Happy Father's Day are the men out here that's really are trying to put 125%. Because it ain't 100%. They put 125% trying to make sure they stay in their kids' lives. Those are the people that get the Father's Day gifts. Outside of that, I'm not gonna keep always saying, yeah, it can be the mamas to it. If we not there, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Okay. What the fuck? Why should we expect some shit?
Okay, Phil, this is about to be your first Father's Day. How do you feel about it?
Well, technically, it ain't my first Father's Day. It's first, yeah.
Brother.
Anyway, but how do I feel about it? I don't know. It's some bullshit. I don't really care. I'm be honest with you. When you look at, if you go back 20 or 30 years, Father's Day still wasn't a big holiday, and men were staying in the lives of their kids longer anyway. It's just some men don't require much. We don't look for all that affection and attention. So why would we expect all of that affection and attention on a holiday? It just became a big deal because a couple of soft little dudes was in their feelings because all this stuff was happening for Mother's Day. Don't nobody care about that, man. I don't care about all that. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna appreciate it. But a real man don't care about getting all of that credit. Take care of your business. That's what a man's supposed to do. We don't need nobody to praise you for doing what you're supposed to do.
We don't need nobody to tell us to go barbecue on the same goddamn day as Father's Day.
That's what I'm saying. It's just being
I'll go do it any fucking way. So,
that's just some, oh, you did this for Mother's Day, but you ain't do it for man, go on with that sap shit. That's trash.
So, Rob, in closing, do you think Father's Day should just be eliminated altogether?
I don't want to say like eliminated. I mean, I would definitely still keep it out there for like recognition, but to me, I don't need Father's Day to like let me know that I have to be an active dad to my kids. I don't need that. I mean, every day is Father's Day to me, but for like the past like 10, 15 years, it's been a societal paradigm shift when it comes to like, elevating the feminine principle in mainstream.
There go this sexist, man.
Hey, it's true. It's true, man. It's true.
And it's just a holiday to make some money off of. Man.
Oh yeah. Of course. Of course. It's as far as Mother's Day, everybody like their mama, so they're getting money from men and women to like, for the whole, the Mother's Day transactions. But as far as Father's Day, it don't have that same promotion. So like women are not really spending as much money on Father's Day as men and women spend on Mother's Day.
Yeah, because what you gonna buy, dude? A TV? We all got that for IRS.
I can imagine my kids is gonna be buying me ties every year for like the next years. So
and where we wearing ties?
You didn't see me with a fucking tie on. Boy, you feel about me?
That's the typical Father's Day gift as a fucking tie.
Underwear, undershirt.
My grandmother had ties for like years. It wasn't another nigga. Hey.
Maybe a decent watch.
Yeah, a watch.
Some cufflinks.
Yeah, but you'll be paying for a motherfucker. You gonna pay for it.
Exactly. It's gonna come out of my pocket anyway. Right. Ain't nobody, man. It's just a colossal waste of money is what it is.
And you but I'm gonna accept my food, you got a barbecue.
Right.
That's right. You still got a barbecue.
It's a day to remind you fucked yourself. Right. Because if you wasn't
so many words.
You be getting fucked all. You be kicking it on that Sunday. Shit.
Yeah. The only people complaining about that is the ones who ain't being good fathers, man. Real father ain't asking for recognition. He enjoy doing what he doing.
Right.
So.
Hey, have y'all watched the little Nelly versus Luda battle last night? Because
they did Nelly versus Luda.
Nelly couldn't get the shit together, man.
You know what? I tuned in and then I just logged out because Nelly's internet was just so fucked up. It was totally jacked up.
It's always one though,
right? Worth $50 million and he ain't got no good internet connection.
Right, his internet kept going out.
They call him Nelly Rap.
Right, I saw that.
I saw that. Give him a break. Give him a break, man.
Nah, you get no break. If they gonna do these Instagram things, they need to be top notch with their video and audio.
Right.
They got recording studios in their basement and can't record a damn Instagram live.
Right. They gotta do better. And then the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, it was okay, but it didn't grab me.
It was so boring.
It was, you know what it was?
Too nice. Oh, girl, that was my favorite song. Oh, this just took me.
Oh, my queen sister.
Goofy ass.
You know what it was?
We need some drama, man. All that love.
Y'all, that's the women y'all love, though. That neo soul shit.
Well, see, I think for me, that was for the women. Period. I'm like you, Rob. I couldn't get into it, man. It was too much feminine.
And then Nelly up there trying to play Tip Drill nigga. We just want to see the video. We ain't like
that song ain't good without the video.
Right.
So I got an argument with Trina about this. I said at one point, Ludacris probably was the hottest rapper out there. No, No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Dude. Hey, I love Nelly. I love Nelly.
Luda got bars now.
Luda got bars and he got hits, man.
Right.
Nelly got hits too. But to me, Nelly didn't play the songs he needed to play. He played them towards the end.
Nelly ain't had no B-side, man.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. He had super big hits. Can't knock him, but
well, he had a piece like that.
Deep into that album, it's like, man, skip.
Right. He tried to play a couple B-side records, but it didn't hit though.
Yeah.
It didn't hit. Like,
you know what? X challenged Jay-Z. I'm not sure if Jay-Z gonna take up the offer, and somebody else challenged Jay-Z too. I wasn't sure who it was, but I want to see Hov do it though.
But DMX got hits.
Who can stand up against Hov though?
DMX ain't bad.
That's alive.
No, that's alive. Hey, let's see Nas do it.
No, you can't say Nas. You can't.
I want to see Nas and Jay-Z.
We ain't talking about the better rapper now. We talking about hits. You can't win that.
Just hits.
Hey, DMX got some motherfucking hits, G.
You know what? X hits.
X got some motherfucking, and he got B-sides, nigga.
His first 4 albums was
20 songs.
straight fire.
Hey, I love Jay. What'd you say now?
I want to see DMX versus Method Man.
DMX will win still.
Yeah, X is weak.
Method got some hits.
I don't know about that. That's pretty close.
Method got some hits.
Matchup.
Method got some hits, but not like I say. X grimy shit is hot. It's hot shit.
You know what?
Like, his B-sides is hot shit.
X should go against 50.
I think Method will win just because he's more timeless. His music has lasted longer, and he's lasted longer as an artist.
He lasted longer as an artist because drugs a motherfucker. But
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and Method is acting.
Yeah, but Method still a public
right. He acting, dude. It was funny seeing Method in there with DMX and Belly. You know what I'm saying? But Method surely is a better actor, hands down. And like I said, his catalog Method, he top 25 for me, top 20. But X got them hits, G.
You think X a better actor?
His first 2 albums.
He said Method was.
Oh, okay.
DMX first 2 albums, you can play from the beginning of the first one and to the Blood of My Blood and just listen to every song straight, G.
So be careful to Kyle too, though.
But you know what though?
Kyle,
like you said,
I don't even know for Kyle too.
Like you said, DMX first 2 albums from front to back. Now the albums after that, maybe not so much, but he had maybe 1 or 2 bangers on all those albums. You know, that was timeless to this day. You know, so you can't. DMX ain't no chump. You know,
nah.
I think him against Jay-Z would be decent, but I think Jay-Z would kind of. Jay-Z got albums, dude.
No, X should go against 50 Cent. I think that'll be a good one.
That'll be nice.
That'll be a good one.
50 should go against Jay. That's about the only one I think that got about as many hits as Jay-Z.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, DMX cannot compete with Jay-Z
with
on no level.
DMX can't compete with X on the hit side, man.
All right, fellas. We getting close to that time, man.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and close it up.
I need to come with this. I'll be glad when this bullshit series over. This shit getting boring every week.
Hey, tonight's the last night, man.
Thank God.
We need
sick of talking about Michael Jordan.
Once sports start kicking up, man, we need to do a little sports podcast or something, man.
But y'all do that shit on Wednesday.
Hey, y'all want to do a reaction video?
So, this is it, man. Shout out to the last
you want to do a reaction video tonight?
Oh, afterwards?
Why don't y'all just go live and let's just do the live watch right now, man?
No, I gotta watch that shit uninterrupted without none of y'all motherfuckers.
I gotta be like this.
Hey, we could.
You look like your editor waiting on your response.
I don't want y'all in my ear while I'm watching this whole documentary, man.
Somebody gonna say something.
This is the Reggie Miller episode.
Yeah, this is why I'm gonna watch this shit.
Hey, y'all already
who's gonna lost this series?
Fellas, it's a real talk. This is the last 2 episodes. We should do it live, man. We should.
Let's do it live. Come on, mister. Just record it and watch it later.
No, y'all do it live, and then I'm getting on it and do the response afterwards. They're like, Eric back.
Y'all some suckers.
Fuck y'all. Goodfellas, I'm out, man. Last dance.
Hey,
Shout out to MJ.
I need that vape.
MJ, you a snitch.
All right, nigga. 6ix9ine and I'm out.
Y'all have a good one.